Taurus, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. I apologize. I did not upload last week. I tried. I will say that. Mercury retrograde, I don't know. I couldn't get stuff up for whatever reason. I made many attempts and it was very annoying. So it was also busy. We've had a lot going on. As Leo season has kind of brought us, it's been a little bit messy, maybe not super crazy, but it definitely has kind of like heightened some tension, some frustration, as we normally find with fire energy. We also have 4 planets in retrograde, and Chiron just went into retrograde as well. Mercury will go direct at the end of this week. We're also going to have a full moon in Aquarius. So kind of a lot's going on. The thing about retrograde is it definitely like highlights the things that we need to address, but it also slows things down, right? Like it allows us to take our time. And I really feel like that is the name of the game right now, especially if we are dealing with bigger transition and change around things that might be a little uncomfortable or might be very new for us, etc. Kind of just like getting our feet wet, so to speak. We want to be mindful and take our time and not just like take the next best thing, because it's going to kind of loop us back into those cycles that we're trying to get out of. Mercury retrograde has highlighted relationships. It's given an opportunity, the way it's aspected with Venus and Mars, it's given us an opportunity to kind of hammer out some of the disconnects in our relationships, but it also is highlighting like the people and situations that are really not willing to work with us or not really willing to budge. So it's challenging us. It's been challenging all across the board. That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something that you would like Spirit to deliver messages to around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're interested in more of a rebalancing of self, alignment of your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're aligned in self, when we know who we are, what we want, that's really where we're manifesting happiness, fulfillment, abundance. We all totally deserve that, right? And I would love to help support that for you in whatever way possible. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so that we may see and understand the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Taurus, I was hearing, this might be a little bit of a heavy week. I don't know, it's not bad. Like astrologically, we're getting, it's not as tense, right? But we're actually, the tension is coming in of what we're seeing around people, situations, things that we love, right? Like that's kind of where we've been experiencing a lot of the pushback. And what I was hearing for you this week is like something is putting a bad taste in your mouth, 100% with this secret keeper. So overarching energy, it looks like something has some secrets, and I feel like some of these are coming out. Perhaps you're seeing like something's actually unfolding, something that you kind of knew was going to unfold. I feel like maybe you had different hopes for how this was going to play out, But you kind of knew it was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. And now that the time is come, it feels like whatever this is, whatever you're realizing, whatever epiphany, it's not exactly what you thought, right? And I feel like this is directly related to someone specific. Like you're seeing either someone's true colors, or they've been lying this whole time, or just like something is really rubbing you the wrong way. And Spirit is asking you to listen to your instincts, listen to your gut instincts. I feel like this is stuff that like you've been picking up on for a minute. This isn't anything new. Like you might have gotten these little tidbits here and there, but whatever's coming out this week 100% is clarifying, right? Someone sold you something that was not true. And that's exactly where this illusion is coming into play. It's in your blocked energy. So it's been way easier to buy into the illusion. Like I said, Neptune is one of the planets in retrograde. It's on top of Saturn and it's in Aries. So it's forcing us to trust our instincts, to trust what we sense and what we feel, and not buy into the illusion as much. But if we kind of were already in that position anyway, like already dealing with someone, or we already believe them, or whatever it may have been, or maybe we just took them at face value, because with this Seven of Wands, you had to be resilient around something. I feel like you felt like you were kind of fighting a lot of battles. Maybe you had to kind of push people off or create some boundaries with people. And I feel like whatever this is that came in around that time, it felt like a savior, so to speak, right? Like it felt like someone or something that was like making the situation better. And whatever they sold you, it was exactly what you wanted to hear. But it looks like now this person's situation's at a place where they're struggling. Like they can't handle it as much. And Aries had a little bit of this energy. You could have some Aries placements or be dealing with an Aries. But this energy of just like dealing with someone who is really struggling. I don't know that they know how to communicate that. It might be coming out in some ways of bad behavior or retaliation is what I'm hearing. Like they don't know how to say how they feel to you, and so they unleash on you, or they're like ghosting you or not talking to you or giving you the cold shoulder. That's kind of how it feels. Because they want change. They want things to be different. They want change sooner than later. And I don't know if it's the same kind of change that you want. There might be a disconnect. Because whatever this person was after first, it looks like it's not available. Or they're trying to figure out ways to get back to that. And for some reason, this is all stressing you out. This is stressing you out. And I think you're having a really hard time, like, I don't know, like having a hard time with maybe some of the decisions that you made that have brought you to this point. Heavy anxiety, heavy like taking things for granted or not seeing other options available, where in this person's energy, it's all about options, right? And that might be the disconnect, like exactly what you wanted, expected, or anticipated them to do, whatever they were promising to you, it doesn't really look like they can follow through on that. And I feel like whatever options they're presenting you is starting to make you feel icky. Like I'm feeling physically sick in my stomach, you know, just that it's like that gut feeling like you've been punched in the stomach. That's kind of what it feels like. And maybe this isn't all at once, but I feel like as some of these realities are coming to the surface, it's helping you. Well, I like this energy for you, Taurus, because it is really helping you connect to your inner goddess. That part of you that like trust yourself, that like, you know, when something is doing something that you don't like or that's not in your vibration or however you want to say it, that you can either stand up for yourself or have the ability to walk away or find ways that you're not going to engage with that energy. Because this looks like someone who like, they're running out of fuel, they're running out of gas to whatever capacity. It feels like whatever they've kind of promised before, they really don't have the endurance, maybe it's about endurance, but I just feel like this is about someone's character. It's about who they are and how they show up, how they get what they want. And it looks like for them, something didn't work out. And so now they're trying to scramble and find like all these different ways that they can still make it happen. And that's why you're stressing out, because you're like, well, maybe we shouldn't do it that way anymore. Or like, maybe we got to see things from a different perspective, or this is just your perspective being changed, period. Because again, Spirit is trying to get through to you this week. And I do feel like this is all connected to whatever these secrets are or have been. Secrets that maybe in the beginning you didn't want to acknowledge that this is where it was going 100%, because as the Emperor you made some really strong decisions that like you were pretty sure would back you up, and once upon a time this person's situation could, but present day, yeah, 100% with this Tower, not so much. They can't deliver. They're not going to deliver, and it looks like whatever they're suggesting is that like not so nice stuff. It's just that part of you that's really not interested. And I do kind of feel like maybe it's easy to accommodate them, to go along with what they're saying. I think you are afraid of that. Like, I think that there's a part of you that's like, doesn't want to rock the boat, and there's a part of you that still wants to buy into this illusion, hoping that like, even if they're saying kind of weird stuff, you just want to brush it off like, oh, they didn't mean that or whatever. But in reality, these are all the red flags that Spirit is, is trying to wave in front of your face. And that's where that surrender component comes into play, because you're trying so hard, or have been trying so hard, to like believe the lie. It's unfortunately kind of squashed the truth, or made that like really, really tiny and hard to kind of hear. And so as you surrender, especially because like the Tower comes, especially in those moments where we're trying so desperately to hold things together and keep them in place in their neat, tidy package. And especially when we refuse to hear like, this might not be so good, this might not be moving in this right direction. Maybe you need to protect yourself by doing A, B, and C. If you don't listen to that, then it is going to feel pretty, like maybe detrimental. I want to say like a rug being pulled out from under you. So yeah, 100%. I think this just takes time, practice. Really, highlight your intuition for yourself this week. We have that Neptune and Saturn in Aries asking us to trust ourselves, asking us to rely on what we're sensing, what we're feeling, those gut instincts. And that takes practice, especially if you don't consider yourself someone who like, knows what your intuition is, or how to like know the difference between intuition and fear. Your fear is definitely taking over this week. And the best way to kind of calm our spirits, any sort of meditative practice. I'm huge into transcendental meditation with a mantra. It really like calms our nervous system in a beautiful way. There's lots of scientific evidence to back this up, etc. Definitely check it out. You can do prayer, journaling, reading something positive, just like sitting peacefully, closing your eyes, doing some breath work. There's a lot of different ways to practice strengthening our intuition. And I feel like it's actually going to help you with whatever this union is. I feel like this is union of yourself, i.e. the masculine, the feminine, those parts of yourself that feel a little bit more dualistic. Maybe what your idea was in the beginning made a lot of sense, but sometimes we don't necessarily execute it in the right way. And this is about building support for yourself 100%, right? Like support in your relationships. As I'm saying this, Mars is moving into Libra this week. So Mars in Virgo was helping us build a foundation for ourselves, doing the work, doing the practice, helping ourselves feel supported. And then Mars moving into Libra is like how we're going to take that into our relationships and into our dynamics. And Mercury retrograde is giving us an opportunity to hash out some of those things if everyone's willing, right? But also highlighting really who and what is supportive of this and of us. And I feel like some of this stuff is definitely coming out this week. So pay attention, Taurus. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I would love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, it blesses my heart, and I'm sending love back your way.